Yo, what is up, guys? It is Nick, or the Notorious Fantasy, back in today with another fantasy football video. In today's video, I got you guys the Week 16 wide receiver rankings. Now, before I get into these Week 16 wide receiver rankings, based off of the PPR format, so if you have any questions about standard or half PPR, please make sure to leave them down below in the comment section. I'd like to give you guys a word from my friends and my sponsor over at OverlayDFS.com. OverlayDFS.com is my favorite way to play daily fantasy sports. Now, obviously, you guys are fantasy football guys. You love the NFL, but Overlay DFS also offers NBA games. I've been getting more recently into NBA for when the NFL season ends, and my sorrows of playing fantasy football are there. I love fantasy basketball as well on OverlayDFS.com, but we're going to talk about football here because this is a fantasy football channel. Now, there is a couple of game modes you can play on this website, but my favorite game is the progressive game. This week, the main progressive game is $22 entry, and the top 10% win 9 times your buy-in, which is $180. But if you hit the beautiful 12-0, you can win over $11,000, and it's going to continue to rise all the way until kickoff. It could be well over that by the time Sunday begins. So let's go into it, and let me show you guys how this works. It is very simple. You make 12 picks plus 3 alternate picks in case any injuries type or something like that has to happen, where that some games get voided. Now, right here, it's very, very simple. It is just one player versus another. Who scores more fantasy points? Anyone could do it. Even someone like me can. It's pretty easy. Drew Brees versus Ryan Tannehill. Dak Prescott versus Carson Wentz. Baker Mayfield versus Sam Darnold. Who scores many or more fantasy points? And there are many, many more options. So make sure you guys check out OverlayDFS.com. Link down below in the description. And we are back. Please make sure to check out OverlayDFS.com. Link down below in the description. Let's get right into the video. Week 16 wide receiver rankings. Coming in at number 1, we have my number 1 wide receiver on the week, and that is Michael Thomas, going against the Tennessee Titans in Tennessee. Now, I know what you may be thinking. The Tennessee Titans defense is pretty good, but the thing is, Michael Thomas gets so much volume from Mr. Drew Brees that it is unreal. Last week, he was 12 for 12 catching the ball from Drew Brees. It was unfucking real. Michael Thomas should be able to easily put up a huge game up against the Tennessee Titans. I believe he's the safest option at the wide receiver position this year, and he is definitely the safest option this week for your team, and that is why he is slotted in at number 1, because he also has a super high ceiling. Coming in at number 2, we have DeAndre Hopkins going against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and this is a game that should be an absolute shootout between the Texans and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think that in a case of a shootout, DeAndre Hopkins puts up a bunch of points, but I would worry if Will Fuller plays. There is potential for DeAndre Hopkins to completely shit the bed because Deshaun Watson just throws the ball to Will Fuller 9,000 times. Coming in at number 3, we have Davante Adams going up against the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota. Now, Davante Adams has actually been balling out the last couple of games. This week, he gets the Minnesota Vikings, a game that the Green Bay Packers need to win. Both of these teams are really going to be trying very hard to win this game. Very important for the playoffs. So I think that Davante Adams puts up a big spot in this game, and a game that is going to potentially be pretty high scoring. Coming in number 4, we have Julio Jones going up against the Jacksonville Jaguars. To me, this is the second easiest defense to play against out of these top 5 guys. The Jacksonville Jaguars defense is fucking awful without Jalen Ramsey. Now that Jalen Ramsey got his ass shipped off to LA, I think that Julio Jones is going to have a very easy matchup in this game, but I do worry about the fact that the Atlanta offense, some games just looks fucking atrocious, other games looks amazing, so they could end up shitting the bed in this game, but I do like Julio Jones. Coming in number 5, we have Tyreek the Freak Hill going against the Chicago Bears. Now, the Chicago Bears defense is quite good and has been good in the past, but honestly, Tyreek Hill could easily burn them. He just has that speed. He has been balling out of fucking control this year, not every game, because obviously he's missed some games, but when he is on the field, he is amazing. And it is impossible to rank Tyreek Hill outside of the top 5, even up against a tough matchup in Chicago. Coming in at number 6, we have Devontae Parker going against the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, Devontae Parker has been tearing it up the last couple of weeks, and I really see no reason why Devontae Parker can't keep it rolling in this game up against a trash-ass Cincinnati Bengals defense. Coming in number 7, we have Wiki DJ Moore going up against the Indianapolis Colts in Indianapolis. Now, we saw last week what the New Orleans Saints did to the Indianapolis Colts. They touched them in their no-no square without any use of consent. I believe DJ Moore could do the same thing in this game. He is not ranked as high because the fact is he is getting Will Greer Greer at the quarterback position this week. We've never seen Will Greer and DJ Moore play together. Obviously, it's been Kyle Allen or Cam Newton. I think that DJ Moore still puts up a big game, but I am a bit worried about the quarterback position. Coming in number 8, we have Keenan Allen going up against the Oakland Raiders, and the Oakland Raiders defense is fucking atrocious. Even though Mr. 12 Kids, Phillip Rivers, has not been playing all that hot this season, I think that Keenan Allen puts up a big game this week in a game that I can also see being very high scoring, since both of these defenses really are not all that hot. Coming in number 9, we have Amari Cooper going up against the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, Amari Cooper, to me, is just a scary guy to put out there. Now, the Eagles' defense is not that good against the pass. Against the run, they're very good, but against the pass, they're fucking atrocious. And I just think Dak Prescott hammers Amari Cooper after Amari Cooper had not so hot of a game last week at a very high-scoring game up against the L.A. Rams. Coming in number 10, we have Allen Robinson going against the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, last week, Allen Robinson actually had a pretty good game, and I think he continues his success. He has been very, very good the last couple of games ever since Mr. Kissin' Titties Mitchell Trubisky hit his stride. And up against the Kansas City Chiefs, I think that Allen Robinson could have a great game. That's why he's at number 10. Coming in number 11, we have Tyler Lockett going against the Arizona Cardinals. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Nick, you fucking idiot. You told me to sit Tyler Lockett last week, and he balled out of control. He actually played kind of well. And the week before, you told me to sit him, but he played like shit. And the week before, you told me to sit him, and he didn't do good. Nick, why did you tell me to sit him last week? He played great. And the thing is, I didn't trust Tyler Lockett, but now I'm going to start to trust him. Russell Wilson was feeding him the rock. It seems like he no longer has the flu. He's no longer fucked up. I think he puts up a huge game this week up against the Arizona Cardinals. Coming in number 12, we have Robert Woods going up against the San Francisco 49ers. Now, the 49ers defense is tough. The Rams last week got their ass fucked in by Mr. Dicky Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. So I believe that in this game, Robert Woods and this LA Rams team have a bounce back game. The San Francisco 49ers may be fraudulent after they lost to the Atlanta Falcons, so we will just see. And I assume the best corner is going to be shadowing Mr. Cooper Kupp. So I think Robert Woods has potential to have a big game yet again this week. I know last week he didn't play all that great, but his last couple of weeks he has been rock solid. I see no reason to really sit him down and put him outside of the top 12. Now on to 13 through 24. If you guys have enjoyed the video thus far, please make sure to click that subscribe button down below. Coming in at number 13, we got Stephon Diggs going up against the Green Bay Packers. Now, like I said, this matchup against the Cheeseheads, I believe, will be a high-scoring matchup, and in that case, I think that Stephon Diggs puts up a big game. I think he even plays better with Adam Thielen on the field, but there will probably be a little less options or a little less passes going his way this week. Coming in number 14, we have Courtland Sutton going up against the Detroit Lions. Now, Mr. Horsecock Lock and Mr. Courtland Sutton have a connection like Sam Darnold does with getting mono. I love Courtland Sutton in this game up against a trash Detroit Lions defense. Coming in number 15, we have CK, not Calvin Klein, Cooper Kupp going against the San Francisco 49ers. And like I said earlier, I think Robert Woods has the better game, but Cooper Kupp has been so safe thus far this season. He was playing big at the beginning, and then he's kind of hit and tapered off. His stats were like this, and now they're going down, but it does not fucking matter because he is so goddamn consistent. He's good for 10, 12 PPR points. That's his floor. His ceiling, he could probably score fucking 30 points in this game, so I like him this week. That's why he's number 15. Coming in at number 16, we have the guy who fucked you right in the ass last week, Julian Edelman, going up against the Buffalo Bills. Last week he had an easy matchup, shits the bed. This week he gets the Buffalo Bills, a tougher type of defense. So I do worry a bit about Julian Edelman, considering this Patriots offense looks deflated like the balls that Tom Brady was throwing against the Indianapolis Colts a couple of years ago in that playoff game. I do not like this Patriots offense. I am very off of them aside from Julian Edelman and James White. I think they're the only one who can do anything, but I am still a bit freaked out about the fact that this offense is just so goddamn terrible. Coming in number 17, we have A.J. Brown going up against the New Orleans Saints. A.J. Brown has been blowing defenses' asses out like they just ate some fucking Taco Bell. I believe that A.J. Brown has a humongous game yet again this week up against the New Orleans Saints. Tannehill and him have a love affair on the football field, and I believe that A.J. Brown puts up yet another big game yet again. Coming in at number 18, we have Brashad Perryman going up against the Houston Texans. Now, I honestly believe that Brashad Perryman is a talentless hack, but that does not fucking matter because the fact is, Jameis Winston is going to sling the rock to Brashad Perryman. You're going to believe in Brashad Perryman to win your fantasy football championship. You better believe that I believe that he is going to win you guys that chip. I love Brashad Perryman this week coming in at number 18, a very high scoring game against the Houston Texans. Coming in at number 19, we have Kenny G. Kenny Galladay going against the Denver Broncos in Denver. Now, I do worry about the fact that David Blau is just not that good of a quarterback, but and he's playing up against the Denver Broncos, whose defense is not terrible. I think that Kenny Galladay could have a big game in this spot, especially with Marvin Jones gone, and he's really just the only fucking option on the field to throw the ball to. So, with that said, that's why he is ranked at number 19 and not higher, because I don't really trust the quarterback play there. Coming in at number 20, we have scary Terry McLaurin, F1. Terry McLaurin going against the New York Football Giants. And Terry McLaurin has been playing great the last couple of games, even with Dwayne Hashcans, the trash can, as the fucking quarterback. Their offensive line is a goddamn sieve. They allow everyone to come into that place, and Terry McLaurin is going to be able to ball out of control in this game. I like him at number 10, or number 20, I should say, but the fact is, the Redskins just ain't that good, so that's why he is not any bit higher. Coming in at number 21, we have Jarvis Juice Landry going against the Baltimore Ravens. Now, this is a hard matchup for Jarvis. This Baltimore team is very good on defense, and Jarvis's offense, the Browns, are fucking terrible. Jarvis Landry is clearly a lot safer than Odell Beckham Jr. Odell Beckham Jr. hasn't even made the top 24. Fuck you, Odell. You haven't done shit all year. Go cry on the bench, you goddamn pussy. Jarvis Landry is going to have an okay game this week. I like him at number 21 due to the fact that Baker Mayfield likes to throw him the rock. Coming in at number 22, we have Mikey G, Michael Gallup, going up against the Philadelphia Eagles. And it seems like when Dak gets hot, Michael Gallup gets involved. I think that this is a game that may be a bit back and forth. Both defenses not the greatest against the pass. And I think that both quarterbacks will be slinging out of control in this game, so I like Michael Gallup at number 22. Not higher, though, because he's the number 2 on the team. Coming in at number 23, we have Adam Thielen going against the Green Bay Packers. Now, last week, he was quite quiet. He was sleeping deep down there on the field. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. He did not do shit in his return. This week, he gets the Green Bay Packers. I don't like him as much as Stephon Diggs due to the fact that I think that Stephon Diggs is 100% healthy and Adam Thielen may still be banged up, but I still like Adam Thielen to have a bounce-back game this week after a not-so-hot comeback last week. Coming in at number 24, we have Tyler, Boyd, going up against the Miami Dolphins in Miami. Now, last week, I believed in him a little too much up against the Patriots, and he did not return that value. But this week, he gets the Miami Dolphins. And even if Andy Dalton is not the man for the future for the Cincinnati Bengals team, he is the man who's going to throw the ball to Tyler Boyd in a game that has potential to be a one-sided affair where the Bengals just shove it straight into the Dolphins, or it is actually a higher scoring type of game, a back-and-forth type of affair, which will bode well for Tyler. Boyd. Coming in at number 25 through 32. 25 is Christian Kirk, going up against the Seattle Seahawks. Now, while I believe that the Seattle Seahawks are going to get up, that means the fact that Christian Kirk is going to be catching a lot of balls late. Kyler Murray is just going to be heaving that shit up, even though he can't see over the line. The line's like this tall. Kyler Murray's like 3 feet tall. He's trying to heave it over the line, and Christian Kirk is going to play big in this game. I believe he gets heavily involved in this game up against the Seattle Seahawks. Coming in at number 26, we have a dice roll type of player. All these guys are kind of dice rolls. Aside from Christian Kirk, I think he's much safer. Will Fuller going up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, Will Fuller, you put the dice, you fucking roll it around, and you throw it at the wall. Will Fuller is going to either score you 5 points or he's going to score you 30. There's legitimately no in between with this guy. He is either going to score you 2 touchdowns and tell DeAndre Hopkins to sit down and take a step back because Will Fuller will have a humongous game, or he plays just about okay. In this game, there is the potential for that complete blow out by Will Fuller in this game up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, so I like him back here. But he is risky for me. Coming in number 27, we have Anthony Miller going up against the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, obviously, this is a matchup that will bode well for Anthony Miller. He has been so on fire the last couple of games, I would see no reason to sit him down on the bench. Coming in number 28, we have Emmanuel Sanders going up against the LA Rams. Now, obviously, the whole fucking offense of the 49ers last week decided to take a shit. They decided to go sleep for a game up against the Atlanta Falcons, a game they could have easily have won if they were just playing at all. They just decided to just take the game off. But this week against the LA Rams, and if Emmanuel Sanders is getting the Jalen Ramsey experience, I am sitting his ass down right now. I think that is the potential that he may get the Jalen Ramsey experience. So that's why he's ranked back here. But obviously, some guys break free, start soaring, start flying up against Jalen Jalen Ramsey. I'm just not sure that Mr. Emmanuel Sanders can do the same thing. Coming in number 29, we have DK Metcalf going up against the Arizona Cardinals. Now, obviously, this is the juiciest matchup. The Arizona Cardinals defense parts like the Red Sea, and DK Metcalf could run, not really run because he's fucking catching the ball, but catch touchdowns, catch passes all over them. He is a very, very safe option. Aside from Christian Kirk, he's probably the safest guy back here. Same with Anthony Miller. I really like him as a flex option, but I would be worried if he was my wide receiver too, because I'm just not sure he has that same upside that a lot of these other guys have. Coming in number 30, we have OBJ going up against the Baltimore Ravens. Now you might be thinking, Nick, Odell Beckham Jr. is supposed to be good. Why is he so fucking shit? Why does he request a trade from every team? Why is Odell Beckham Jr. a baby back bitch who likes to fight against the Nets? Why does he do that? Why is he such a crybaby? Why is he so much of a loser? And I think the exact same thing. I'm thinking, why is this motherfucker such a sore loser? Why does he cry on the sideline? Why does he do all these things? He's a diva. He might be worse than Antonio fucking Brown. At least Antonio Brown has the skills. It doesn't even seem like Odell has any skills except for fucking pouting. Fuck you, Odell. You're coming in number 30, but I wouldn't even start your ass. I would rather take the risk and start the guys underneath you. Actually, that's a lie. I'd rather take the risk and start Odell. But 31, we got John Brown going up against the New England Patriots, and this is a matchup where I see Gilly potentially locking his ass down. Going up against Stephon Gilmore, in my opinion, the best cornerback in the NFL at the current moment, does not bode well for a wide receiver. John Brown is typically a guy that I like being a wide receiver too. This week, I wouldn't even be confident starting him. Coming in number 32, we have another guy that is lightning in the bottle play. Darius Slayton up against the Washington Redskins. Will Eli Manning play? Likely. Will Daniel Jones be on the pine? Likely. Will Darius Slayton catch a 50-yard bomb? 50-50. If he does that, he will be great for your team. If he does not do that, he's going to shit the bed big time for you. So he is a risky type of play, but I do have him coming in at 32 on the weeks. Thank you guys all for watching this video. If at any point you ended up enjoying, please make sure to click that subscribe button down below. I love each and every single one of you guys. Make sure to click on one of the videos that's on your fucking screen. Check out overlaydfs.com. Link down below in the description. Have a great rest of your day. Goodbye, my friends.